When the Ducati Scrambler name was brought back and the model Scrambler was first revealed to the public, Ducati dispensed with the customary cloth covering that would be pulled away. They instead packed up the Scrambler in a shipping crate with strategic holes that hinted tantalizingly at the possibilities that lay inside. This bit of trivia underlines the one word that describes the Ducati Scrambler: surprising. As a rule, the more clothes a Ducati motorcycle wears, the more looks it gets. Just ask the Panigale. However, the downright brash appeal of the Scrambler is down to the minimalistic styling elements and the angry motor. The LED ring in a round headlight housing, the raised bar and the flat seat definitely evoke retro emotions. But there is nothing retro about the performance though. The most noticeable and the lovable aspect of the Scrambler is the 803cc L-twin motor that puts out a claimed 75 HP at 8250 rpm and 68 Nm of torque at 5750 rpm. Twist the throttle a few degrees and the motor unleashes a wave of torque that will catch you by surprise every single time. The way the power is delivered is very typical to the twin. Keep it below the 4K mark and you have no idea about the thunderstorm you're about to unleash. But whack that throttle open and the Scrambler really comes alive. The rider is treated to a rising wave of torque that propels man and machine forward in a way few other motorcycles can replicate. And in case you had a pillion, you can always go back and pick them up later. The bike is happy to sit at the 120 km/h mark without any drama and can easily accelerate to much higher speeds without any fuss. But the whole impression of the Scrambler is such that you always feel like you're doing much higher speeds than you actually are. That's the Scrambler magic for you. Its whole performance package is tuned to make you feel alive and on the edge. Now, if you thought the Scrambler magic was just all about darting forward with insane torque, you would be even more surprised by its stopping capabilities. The 330mm radially mounted front disc and the 245mm rear disc by Brembo is watched by an ABS system that has beautiful non-intrusive timing. This braking setup goes above and beyond in not just stopping the bike on time, but provides excellent feedback on what the tires are doing. Not once did we feel the need for more stopping power. A lot of credit in this department goes to the Pirelli MT60 RS dual-purpose tires that handle both roads and rough terrain rather well. They provide great grip and couple that with a relaxed rider triangle and all you have to do is lean in. And oh boy, is it a lot of fun. Corners are an absolute joyous experience with the bike eagerly diving in with an air of telepathic obedience, which is such a thrilling feeling. The road manners of the Scrambler are impeccable and you can easily navigate through any tight situations. Just watch out for the odd pothole as the ground clearance is not exactly very high. The Kayaba suspensions at both ends do their duty well. The front is a bit soft but in no way affects the handling in a bad way. The rear though is a bit stiff even at its softest setting. The build quality is top notch everywhere and you really cannot find fault. Everything which is there is built right and there for a purpose. But one thing that needs to be said is that although a Scrambler has an on-off-road image, the bike is not that great off-road. It definitely can do it and in fact is much better than most of its competition, but surely not as capable as advertised. Other quirky things on the Scrambler include the absence of a fuel gauge and the sacrifice of practical considerations for aesthetics. For example, some of the exposed bits can be easily tampered with. But let's not take anything away from the Scrambler icon. It's a beautiful entry into the Ducati world and one that packs a proper welcoming punch. The bike is so raw and exciting that you always come back from a ride with a wide smile. It makes you grin every time you throttle, and the last time we checked, that's the most important thing.